Welcome to episode 22 of the second series of My Vain Let's Play. Today we need to get scrappy. Before we get stuck in, here's a 60-second roundup of what happened last time. Last episode we were focused entirely on the base, kicking things off by destroying the decorative fencing. We'll look to replace this soon. Then my attention turned to creating some storage shelves and placing these in my basement, ready for some apocalypse admin, which, yes, I'm still putting off. Then, whilst all that was going on, I was putting my sawmill to work, producing quite the number of planks, causing one to fly off and smack into a nearby car. My attention was then turned to the solar farm, positioning solar panels so that we can have quiet power, through the day at least. And finally, to round the episode off, desperately looking for more iron scraps, I entered one of the outbuildings and stumbled across a whole sports car that I didn't know I had. A whole sports car! Always check your sheds, people. And that is where we pick up from today. Hello, here we are. Episode 22 in the snow, and quite a few different conditions we seem to have going on here. And that is partially because, of course, I'm currently showing all conditions. So let's quickly fix that. I loaded in and I was like, hang on, what is all of this? Gameplay. There we go. Let's get rid of that first and foremost. We don't want to see all conditions. Thank you very much. There we go. Now, I've been looking forward to doing this Let's Play all week because, look, we made such great progress last time out. We've got a few fortified windows, a whole fortified door, albeit without a window. The solar farm is yes, okay, maybe 3 panels plus that one there it's probably quite hard to call that a solar farm, but still, you know, it's getting there. And then obviously we found this absolute gem in the garage, which, you know, is more looting fun. This is not the weather to go driving around in a sports car, though, so that's not going to be the plan today. But the plan today is, people, we've got a crisis. It always sounds so dramatic, doesn't it, when you say it like that? We've got a crisis. We've got 2 hours worth of stuff. In reality, that's probably because of wood scrap, and we... Well, yeah, we could probably take care of that now. Okay, no, maybe it's the electrical scrap. We could probably take care of that now. But yes, we're missing some stuff, aren't we? We're missing some stuff. And by stuff, I mean iron scrap is a bit of a problem for us. It's a bit of a blocker. It is stopping us from being able to fortify. Now, I pitched the question of where we think we should go for iron. And I suggested that maybe we go to the mines. But, well, the mines, according to the comments, have not won out here. They've not won out here. So maybe the mines aren't the place to go. As I look for some more electrical scrap. If I've got more electrical scrap, I'm absolutely sure I have. It's just where? Because yes, no, I know. Look, I promise you all, the Apocalypse Admin episode will happen soon. I'll do a bonus episode, and it will be Apocalypse Admin. I think you've all convinced me enough that is a thing that should happen. So we will do it. I will do it. Right, the snow is thawing. We're in a fairly good shape with charm. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning, which means we've got most of the day ahead of us. But we are lacking some electrical scrap by the looks of it, and we are lacking some iron scraps. So, thank you all so much for your comments. I always appreciate your comments, as you well know. But quite a few of you were in the comments suggesting that we should just go and do some dismantling. And do you know what? It's hard to disagree with that. So, a shout out, or a couple of shout outs here to those who have supported it. X Song Blossom, who said, have you considered grabbing a box van? and going to a few houses or warehouses, dismantling everything until it's a bare empty space, dropping it in the box van, rinse, repeat until full, and then taking out £3,000 worth of raw resources for the construction event of the decade. Now, I do like that idea. The one bit of the idea I don't necessarily like is the box van, because I don't like the box vans. But I do like the box vans. They're relatively okay for moving furniture, but we are going to go and hit the road. We are going to go and start doing some dismantling. We are going to get some more scraps. So we will absolutely do that. The other person, Dago Correa, I hope I'm pronouncing that right this time. I know I pronounced it wrong the last time I gave you a shout out, who also voted for dismantling. On box trucks, Angel, you suggested that for the time being, I should bring back a bunch of white box trucks and then line them up and use them for storage. Which again is a good shout. It is a good shout. It sort of feels to me like I'm just moving the problem around, which I am obviously an expert at. But that is an idea. That is a shout. We could do that. Now, right, let's get back in here. And then I'm going to start literally just at this house over the road, which we've looted, but we've not dismantled. So let's get our dismantle on. There we go. We're out of the driving seat. Let's get the dismantling on. Shout out also to Dondig2617, who said that for your steel fences, you went to the prison to gather anything for iron, steel, bolts, and metal pipes. Taking out all the fences, cleared the tool room, cleared basically the prison, by the looks of it, except for the gates, and left with 2 box trucks. Everyone loves the box trucks. Maybe I should be. Maybe I should be reconsidering the box trucks. Who knows? Maybe I should. Right, I need to remember that I've just put metal brackets in here and reinforced planks in the inventory of this truck. Let's not forget that. Right. Are we wearing a combat helmet or not? Ah, not that one, thank you. That one. No charm. We are rocking. Look at us. We look fantastic. But we should probably pop a combat helmet on. Extra armor. Armor which we know the zombie infection can still get through, unfortunately, if you've seen my most recent video. There's a rabbit. Is that a rabbit? Just, yeah, okay, well, I'm going to leave the rabbit be. I'll leave it be. Let's do a load of destruction then. Let's destroy everything in sight. Electrical scrap, iron scrap being the key thing that we really need. Wood scrap's a good thing to have, because that means that I don't have to just destroy a load of logs. Which we don't really want to go around destroying logs, because logs can be used for other things. So we're literally going to go on a bit of a destruction... demolition derby, or demolition derby, as I think you would pronounce it in the States. And we really do need to improve the destruction skill anyway. So let's be honest. Let's get this dismantling skill leveled up. And we're just going to dismantle everything in sight. A couple of extra shout-outs. Now, we've spoken about GPS a couple of episodes in a row. Let's make it 3. Nunkle Cat, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly there, has quite rightly pointed out that assumes it would be working fine in the game world because there are regular flights of fighter jets overhead. So if the military are still flying jets and helicopters, they would all need to keep the GPS going because GPS is obviously part of a lot of their systems. Great shout. Good call. And maybe that is our headcanon for understanding why GPS is still working in the game world. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a great shout. Great point. Very, very well made. Right. We literally are just going to empty this whole place, aren't we? Of everything. We're not leaving anything behind. Oh, this is quite satisfying, isn't it? We just get to destroy it. Destroy everything. Charm's loving it as well, because she's elated. So, you know, there is that. No, we don't. Of course, I am picking up all of the useless stuff that I didn't really need, but there's that too. Happy days. The other person I will call out is pumpkin_patch_2. Pumpkin patch 2. There we go. Who says, caves are not necessary. Green garbage bins, metal shelves, filing cabinets give a lot of iron. And so do the toolboxes. So let's keep on going ahead with this plan. I think we're all in favour of the dismantle plan. So we are going to do the dismantle plan. Very much is the plan. However, I am very much aware that I'm picking up all the useful stuff. You can even destroy the toilets and the bathtubs. That's it. This house is not useful to anybody anymore. It's all gone. Right. Trash can. Let's get rid of that. Blank canvas. That's what we're thinking of. That's what we're thinking of. But we're doing this all for very good reason. Okay. Right, and the final couple of call-outs whilst we're on the comments. The Guppy 2011, who says that you've been playing with your brother, which is sick. I love that. Yeah, I find it really wholesome when you can play these games with family. That's really cool. But you chose the air park also as your base, but found the schematic for the claw sword. And it's been good fun going medieval on zombies. Destroyed half the house interior and built the organisation along the wall with a fireplace. Very sensible. Haven't organised yet and is on the to-do list. Needed but not looking forward to it. Welcome to my world. Another person who does not enjoy Apocalypse Admin. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just that, you know, you get distracted by everything else, right? There's so much to be distracted by in vain. So distracted, I just embrace the distraction. It's absolutely great. And then the final comment I'll call out for this episode is going to be, who's going to have it? Who's going to have it? Okay, actually, do you know what? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do two more. Just first and foremost, Loki the Weaver, who said that the simple comment of loving the 60-second reviews. I'm pleased you like them. I do the 60-second reviews, obviously, at the start of every single episode. Partially because then when I edit that, I remember what I did last episode. Because my memory can be a little bit challenged sometimes. But also, obviously, for your viewing pleasure. And what I try to do in every Let's Play series, for anyone who's gone back and seen some of the older episodes, is for every series of the Let's Play, we'll evolve it slightly. So I think the 60-second review has always been there in some way, shape, or form. But, you know, it might be that we add a little bit of music or whatever. Maybe we slightly mix it up a little bit. Or we mix up how we do the comments, for example, trying to do them at the start of the video. Even though I'm not always good at doing that. Because I get so easily distracted by everything else that's going on in the world. So, yes. So, yeah, we'll always try and evolve. But thank you, Loki. I'm pleased that you enjoy them. The snow is doing bits, isn't it? Goodness me. Right, so that house is completely empty. Got more snow. Not entirely sure where the snow came from. Let's get in here. Let's do a quick little review of how much stuff we've now got. How useful that was. Iron scrap 23. Okay, so if we can get that, then that would be good. That would be good. And then the final comment of the episode that I'm going to call out is Tarsis6123. All of the crafting benches need much more storage. I say this as I look at the sheer amount of stuff that I've just accumulated. I completely agree. I like the idea of the tool locations, like a grid that says cutting tool, welder, screwdriver, so that when they're placed in, you place them in the spot, and then you'd always know immediately if you've got your tools in order. Quite like that. That's a nice idea. And that they shouldn't impact on your weight limit. I absolutely agree. also tend to agree with you on the sawmills throwing out planks everywhere. I'm much more of an orderly fashion kind of person. Very niche gaming reference potentially here. There's a game called Ranch Simulator. I quite like that sawmill mechanic. You sort of... I'm not saying for a second I want to be doing the logs. Don't know if anyone's seen that, but so I won't spend too much time on it. But yeah, you sort of feed it with a log, and then it piles the planks up nicely underneath the saw table as you go, which is quite pleasant. Quite like it. Right, have we got anything to... We probably have got some stuff to dismantle there. It's probably not the best use of our time to go into a little shed, though, when we've got the whole of Redford to go and start dismantling. The other thing, Tarsis, you absolutely nail it, I think, in terms of scrap storage, only holding £500. It's a lot of space to take up, and so I tend to agree with your sentiment there as well. And I also like the fact that you make a wall of storage racks with large crates. One crate for each item is incredible. And that you do that in alphabetical order. Can't promise that I'll reach those levels of organisations, but we'll all find out very soon when I do my Apocalypse Admin episode. Of course, to do the Apocalypse Admin episode, gosh, hate reversing in this game, need mirrors. We do probably need to set up a few more storage containers, don't we? Because at the moment all we've got is the totes. Right, we are slightly thirsty, and we've just driven past a water tower, so we're just going to ignore that for the time being. Let's put the gun away, and let's get in here and start doing some more dismantling. Make sure we've cleared it out first. Oh, hello, Sprinter. Oh, you hit me. You hit me quite strongly then. Even caused a little red blood splatter on my screen, which is concerning, because we are wearing armour. Let's just make sure the house is clear. Yeah, okay, we're clear in there. And we're clear in there. Okay, good. Alright, we have searched this place, so this is just, again, about destroying. Don't like the look of the infection there. That makes me nervous. Have we got anything? Oh, of course, we're dirty as well. Oh, we got anything on us that might help us with that? No. So we will have to think about that when we get back and keep an eye on those scratches too. Slightly innocuous moment that was, wasn't it? But hopefully we will be okay. Very aggressive zombie. Didn't seem to want to be disturbed by my my baseball bat. Hey hey, right. We will go to that water tower, I think, on the way back, and at least have a wash. Try and have a wash would probably make a lot of sense. As we get our way through loads of scraps here. Really wish we had a dismantling magazine. That would have been so helpful. Because we really could have grinded that stat up. With a little bit more expedience. Had we had that. But there we go. One of those things. Of course, we can destroy doors as well. Didn't do that in the last place. Suppose if we're taking this all seriously, then maybe I should. Right, there we go. I like this. Have we got any sort of insight into potential map areas? Hard to tell. Let me know in the comments if any of that makes any sense to you. Looks like some sort of national park. And that looks pretty cool. Quite like that picture. Cool. It's gone. Of course it's gone. We're not messing around here. We're destroying everything. Won't process that zombie. Did a bit too much of that in my Wednesday video. If you haven't seen it already, I did a part 2 to the What Causes Infection in Vein. So you can go and check that out as our dismantling skill levels up nicely once again. Let's quickly investigate the dining chair. And now let's destroy the dining chair. There we go. No! Get up! Silly. Right, there we go. But yeah, some interesting results in the scientific testing. I think that is fair to say. Of course, now I'm getting very encumbered. What a surprise. It's almost like I've been destroying an entire house. Or 2 entire houses at this point. Might have to go and do some dropping off. Loads of iron scraps, though, which is exactly what we needed. The other idea might be to go to one of the warehouses, as I think Zach Songblossom said in their comment, because I'd imagine those shelves in the warehouses, the warehouse shelves, would be fantastic for scraps. Oh, we're carrying too much. We can't fit in raw limestone. Okay, right, let's get back to the car. I need to really change my baseball bat, so it's the first thing that I pick up. Get back to the mail truck. Empty out a little bit, I think, would be sensible. Scraps. There we go. Nicely done. Right. Do we have any first aid stuff here? No, we don't. Okay. Keep an eye on the old medical. We are dirty, which is slightly makes me slightly more nervous than I normally am. We destroy these as well because we can get some pre-made bits ready for our own fortifications. Yeah, maybe we'll go up to that farm, have a drink, try and get ourselves a little bit cleaner. Would probably be quite wise. Gosh, the amount of times I'll accidentally click the wrong button. I want a one click. Oh, let's investigate first, then we'll destroy. I think it's the fact that destroy is at the top for most things apart from chairs. Then you come up to a chair and then you just end up sitting down, taking a break, taking a load off. It is going to get dark, so we might have to pop home. And ensure that we are... we've got enough space. Whilst we're doing all of this dismantling, we can pop home. Maybe build some more storage whilst we're home. Do a bit of a review of how many scraps we've got, how many we think we'll need. So the house fortifications, we're probably going to need quite a lot. One would suggest. Stuff like pillows, it'd be cool if we could just pick up instead of having to do like the move thing. You could stuff some pillows and some small lamps and stuff like that in a backpack, couldn't you? Right. Almost done in this house. I am leaving the doors. I don't really know why, because I could absolutely be taking the doors as well, but here we are. Ah! Some of the dismantling things is scary. It just sort of flies at you. The amount of stuff that we're not getting anything for, by the way, feels cruel. And pretty inconsistent. Sometimes we're getting stuff, sometimes we're not. And imagine once you've got your dismantling skill up quite high, though, it's pretty rewarding. No, we don't want to search. We want to destroy. We've done the search, now we do the destroy. Okay, the darkness really is coming in quite quickly, isn't it? Finish this one off. Water tower. for a drink. And then home for a sleep. And a bit of a reset. Let's just see how much stuff we've got. Because we do... Right, the one thing I am more nervous about than fortifications is obviously the ability to maintain everything we've got back at home. Which is part of the struggle, really. Grab a muck tub. We can use that to wash ourselves with later. Ah, there we go. Right, yeah, we'll be able to do a nice little review of what we've got from 2 houses worth of destroying everything. Don't really want to destroy a flag. That feels wrong. Disrespectful. We'll leave the flag standing. Might even come back actually for it for a bit of decoration. Hello, sir. You well? Good day. Right. Water tower. And then home, I think. Water tower is just up this way, so we'll be able to have a nice little drink. It's a shame we can't shower directly from a water tower. Or wash ourselves, sorry, directly from a water tower. Do have an idea that may fix that to some extent, though, so all hope may not be lost. Right, here we are. Hello, how are you today? Good to see you. Another skip, that's good to know. Limestone powder. Oh, gosh. Gosh. Aggressive. Very aggressive zombie. Snow is doing things to my frames, I think, as well. Right. What are you? Oh, you're a fox. That's fine. Okay, and you're a deer. I can deal with that. Now, if I extract this to a tub, we know what's going to happen, though, don't we? It's going to instantaneously freeze, isn't it? But yeah, instantly frozen. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll get home, we'll get a fire on, and then we'll have a nice bath in front of the fire. Lovely. What a lovely thought. Like going back to Victorian times. Right, okay. Have got an idea, actually, on having running water. Do you have an idea for that? Which we might be able to enact at some point. Right, there we go. Hello, pig. I'm going to let you live today, because I don't think we need any food. Oh gosh, remember, we're driving in the winter. Driving in the winter. We don't have winter tyres on. Note to self. And let's get ourselves home for a nice little wash. Check how many scraps, how fruitful that has been. That effort. I'm going to leave these gates open because it doesn't really have a material impact on us, whether we keep them open or not. They're so far out of the spawning radius. Well, sorry, out of, yeah, like respawn. Things will respawn within the confines of the fence anyway. And they only wouldn't when the UC flag system drops, if I wanted to take the whole of the runway, which would feel crazy from an upkeep standpoint. So it's probably not going to be something I'll do. Oh, hang on, there's an RV somewhere here. There we go. Anyone else having experience of a vehicle popping? I've noticed it a lot more since the latest update. Right. First and foremost, UC. Let's get to our UC and make sure that we've got electrical scrap in there. Wow, a whole 1 electrical scrap. Doesn't really help us out. We've got iron scrap. Okay, cool. Right, let's hop in the truck Limestone is useful. Have a look. We've got a fridge compressor. Useful. Right, electrical scrap. Nails are very useful. We need nails anyway. We'll take the reinforced wooden planks. We will take my... Oh, we'll take wooden... Oh, no, we won't take wooden planks. That's immediately put us in trouble. We'll take the metal brackets. We'll take the limestone powder, because we can use that. We'll take the iron scrap. Have we got any wood scrap as well? No wood scrap, but that's fine. And then what we will do, whilst we're here, is do this. Raw limestone. There we go. That will help us for a bit longer. We've got no iron scrap. Ah. Of course. Split stack. Let's put 20 in here. That takes 4 every 4 hours. Okay, that's fine. Electrical scrap. 18 hours. Okay, we're in a much better predicament there then. That is good news. We've got some of our fortifications as well, which is good. Now, one thing that I am going to fortify, which might sound a little bit backwards, but I've been thinking about this, is we need to have a bit of a last stand room. A room which, if everything goes horrendously wrong, I can get into. And I was thinking this would be that. This would become that. Because then it's a small room. I can fortify the door. It's got one window. So I could then break the window, get out onto the roof, and then make an escape, which feels sensible. Yeah, and we'll do that. Right, let's do... No, not get up. I just wanted to turn my torch off first. And we will... I need to be able to lie down and go to sleep. There we go. Home, and then we will sleep. I didn't look at the time. 12 hours. Sure. Ah! What? What is happening? To Bunny Hill. Where are my legs? I've lost my legs. Okay. Is this... Are we... Oh, are we having a dream? I've not had a dream in vain yet. This is my first dream, if that is indeed what we are having here. Hello. I'm petting it, but I can't tell if I'm petting it because I've got no arms or limbs or anything. This is all very surreal. Have you had dreams? Have you anyone else had like a dream? I've read about them on Reddit and nightmares. Anyone else had a dream? Let me know down in the comments below if you've had dreams and what your experience of them has been. Sort of feels like we've got to go and follow the road, right? Follow the path. It's interesting that it's snowing in the dream as well, because I wouldn't. I don't know if I would say that I'd be dreaming about it snowing. Right, what have we got up here then? It's a bit of a change of pace, isn't it? Don't have to worry about scraps. Don't have to worry about any of that. Oh my god. Look at the size of those carrots. Is a sentence I never thought I would say. Oh my god. Oh my god, look how many bunnies there are. There are bunnies. There is bunnies is wrong. Look at the size of the carrots. I can't eat them. Why can't I eat them? Look, why is there such a big lettuce? Is it a lettuce? I'm going to say it's a lettuce. Hello. Hello, my little bunny friends. Got to be honest. First, I thought the game had glitched. I thought there was a problem. Hello. Hello. Hello, rabbits. Little bunnies. How are we all? I assume this is a dream. I'm going to say that this is a dream. We're going for a dream, right? Hello. There's a broccoli as well. Right, shall we wake up? All a bit surreal. A bit fever dream. Right. Okay. What time is it? I think my cell phone's died. Yeah. Okay, you've got no battery. Good. Fine. How odd. Genuinely, that was just an odd experience. Right, what were we doing? Compose yourself. Compose yourself. You've had a dream. It's all okay. It's frozen. Why is it frozen? It's really warm in here. Right, am I really going to have to start a fire? Don't really want to start it with wood and scrap. Ah, there we go. We can wash ourselves. 31. There gets a point where we get dirtier. Yeah, it's gone. So now we must be clean. Right, we are hot, though. There is that. Soda. Yeah, we'll drink some soda. That is fine. Could have drank from the jerry can. We'll do that as well. And what have we got in here in terms of food? Oh, no, we left the food in here, didn't we? Terrible. Terrible behaviour. Seared deer meat. Eat that. Tasty meal. We're hot. And we're stimulated. I can't imagine why. Oh, my God. I can't see. Is this fog or is this just... Oh, my goodness. Okay. And we're having an energy crash as well, apparently. That's useful. Right, we should really hook these up, I think, to the house. Because we're not likely to get a battery anytime soon. Having said that... Ah, dismantling. We got up to level 25. Now, look, I know it's boring. I know it's boring. I get it's boring. But we kind of have to go for that, I think, for this time. And then we'll go for the Purser's Assistant one. Go for muscle memory. We'll benefit from it. Right, let's get some more. I want to do some more fortifications. We can do a window door. We can do an openable window. We can do a normal window. Now, we don't really care about having an openable window on that, do we? There we go. That's fine. Let's lift those blinds up. And now let's do an openable window. Do you know what I'd really like? Is just like a... Yeah, this is how many of these you can build. That would be good. Right. There we go. We've got some more fortifications done. We are hot, aren't we, Charm? Let's take our armor off and see if that helps. Nope, that's still going up. Sweater vest. Let's take that off. Okay, yeah, now we're going down. Sweater. Sweater inside is not the one. Can we do any more storagey things whilst we're here? Reinforce. Okay, we need wooden planks. I mean, we've got loads of wooden planks, haven't we? Like there. And then what we can do is get some more reinforced. Okay, we've got screws. There we go. Get another 6 of those going. There we go. Nicely done. Don't hate those metal shelves, but they are kind of placed incorrectly for us, aren't they? These totes aren't really going to be able to hold many scraps, but I think they're going to be quite a useful little thing to use. It makes sense. They're not resource heavy to use the totes. Let's destroy these, and yeah, we'll destroy these metal shelves. There we go. We got some screws out of it. And then we will be able to build another one of those. Do we go back to back, or do we keep them accessible both sides? Oh, it's a choice, isn't it? Destroy that cardboard pile so it doesn't get in my way. Right. What's blocking that? I can't see that anything is blocking that. Unless I'm just pushing it too far back. There we go. That'll do. Nice. And then we can make 6 of those. There we go. More storage. Good news. Like storage. That's good. Right. Reinforced wooden planks. What are we missing? Are we missing screws for that now, or are we missing planks? Because we've got loads of planks. Let's go and get some more planks. But first and foremost, before we do that, let's reinforce these windows. He says we're missing screws now. Typical, isn't it? You always need... God, need some in the inventory, some in the crafting bench inventory. Still haven't got the solar hooked up. Not that it's going to be particularly useful in this sort of foggy weather, but here we are. Right, screws. Got loads of screws there. We will take the screws. And we will take the wooden planks. Wood scrap we will take some of. Yes, that should be fine, right? We'll take more wooden planks. Very encumbered, yes, I know, but we can go and pop those in our crafting table. Of course, we are still rocking the OG crafting table as well. We could absolutely build more crafting tables. Would be sensible to expedite our crafting capabilities, which would be quite a smart move at some point in time. Right, wooden planks. Bosh, have that. Now, how many more reinforced ones can we make? 11. Let's do that then. And then is there anything else that we got? Loads of wooden planks there. That's almost full now, so we've got to be mindful of that. For metal brackets, we need more iron scraps. Of course, we do have some of those, so we can get more metal brackets on the go. Let's start off with another 30 of those. And it's all sort of coming together. Did I get screws? Did I have a complete mind blank? No, I did get screws. Okay, that's fine. We're in a good spot, I think. All right, reinforced wooden scraps. Reinforced wooden planks, even. Scraps ain't going to be that helpful. We are making metal brackets, of course, as well. But there we go. 9 hours is the time to decay, of course, because this is the problem. The fortifications are pretty expensive to keep on looking after. Right, another window... Not a window door, sorry. We have got doors. I know that they do need to be replaced at some point in time. But that is a not yet, I think. Not until we've got those done. There we go. I think all the windows downstairs, apart from that tiny one above the door that we're not really that fussed about, are all barricaded. We've got fortifications in place. Great. Now, have we got enough to do our front door? No. But if we go downstairs and get our reinforced wooden planks that we'll have just made, we absolutely will. Just heard a flyover happen, which is always slightly alarming. We'll wait for these next set of reinforced wooden planks to happen as well. There we go, and then I think we'll set some more. So metal brackets, it's going to make 30 of them. If we set another, what, 30 reinforced planks? Got enough screws for that, got enough wooden planks for that. Oh, it's a shame that you can't queue. In the sense of, like, I know that I'm making enough metal brackets to cover that off. Why can't I queue it? Hey-ho. Won't complain. Right. This door, we should now. Just going to make sure that I'm not going to get rid of the door and then need to do it. There we go. We can make a windowed door. Bosh. Progress. And that's just from dismantling a couple of houses as well. We make another windowed door for the back, if we so wish. Do you know what I'm going to do now, actually? I'm going to go, and I know this is crazy. I get it's a bit crazy. I am going to do this door. This is going to be our last stand room, which we do need to make sure is loaded to the brim with anything we could use. And then basically we could shoot out of there. And then if we need to, smash that and escape. That's my thinking. That is my thinking. Yeah. How do I fill the sink? That's not going to work because nothing's coming out of it. Cool. Okay. I think we're pretty well set. So we've got loads more dismantling to do, don't get me wrong. Then we've got loads more fortifications to do. We've built a decent chunk of storage already, which is good going. We've got some stuff crafting, metal brackets. We'll wait until that's done, and then I'll get some more reinforced wooden planks crafting too. We need more scraps, so we've got to go and do more dismantling. But that has been a tremendously successful episode, in my humble opinion. Let me know about your dream, because I'm still a little bit weirded out by the dream. So let me know if you've had dreams in vain as well. I am very much intrigued to hear about them, if so. So let me know down in the comments your dream stories. And that is about all we've got time for. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on Wednesday for another apocalyptic video and on Monday for another Let's Play episode. I'll catch you later.